I'm at North Collie Regional Park on the M10, and I am struggling. Feels very, very awkward to me. Feels like I have to really concentrate just to be able to drink coffee and film at the same time. Pedals feel more up than I'm used to. I don't know if I need to level it out, do a calibration on it maybe, but it definitely feels like feels like my toes are pointing up, which is not a riding position that I like. And the pedals themselves are very, very small for size 13 feet. Feels super twitchy, feel unstable, but I think I am going to stop and try to just do a calibration, and maybe do a calibration on the bricks when I get home, but this backwards tilt does not feel comfortable. Yeah, you can see from that angle it's definitely tilted back, so see what we can do about that. Alright, that eyeball looks better to me, so let's see how it goes. And just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about with pedal size, yeah, that's not going to be very comfortable for very long. Alright, well at least the pedals feel better. Getting that angle out definitely is somewhat helpful. Wow, this gets squirrely. Really easily. I almost feel like I need to practice on grass just to get the hang of turning again. It's weird because I'm so used to, with my bigger wheels, my 18 and my 22-inch Monster, that it's more of a lower body movement, but with this it's just kind of like flicking the ankles around, and that's something I really haven't experienced much at all. My 9-bot was kind of like that, but this is way smaller than even that, so this is going to be interesting. I'm just doing some movements with my upper body, like drink coffee or scratch my nose, and it's translating to the wheel. It's screwing with my balance. Really, really weird. Even though the top speed of this is supposedly 25 or so, I cannot imagine going anywhere close to that. I mean, it would be terrifying, I would imagine. Yeah, I mean, just doing gentle sloping turns like this, it feels foreign. I feel like I can't just lean into it, and kind of let the wheel track through the corner. I'm constantly correcting here. I think it's just my body having to learn how to adjust here. And I mean, I might be cruising, I don't know, 10, 12 miles an hour. And I feel absolutely no need to go any faster, believe me. My feet are literally as long as the entire bot is wide, I guess. My feet take up the whole body of the bot. So I'm in the I'm in the back part of the park right here. It's going to be coming up on the entrance to the. And I'm trying to slalom. That's a different experience. Coming up to the entrance to the boardwalk area, which has some twisty turns, so I figured that'd be a good test for me. Alright, here we go. Feels so weird. I feel the spaces between the boards much more on the M10 than any of my other wheels, which I guess makes sense. Although I hope it doesn't cause that effect that I saw Marty encounter once where he was going down a bunch of like small steps, and it caused the wheel to pitch forward on him. So far, it still feels okay. This is almost like, feels like it's almost like running over a bunch of tiny railroad tracks. Turn number 1. I'm sure my legs will figure out how to do this, my feet and my ankles will figure out how to turn this effectively. You know, 'cause I've seen the videos of Marty whipping his around like crazy, like it's nothing. So that is my end goal. Just might take some time to get there. Speaking of Marty, you may remember my last EUC video, I talked about how he had unfortunately killed his M10. There's been some further developments on that. At first he thought it was something system board related. He totally ripped the M10 apart, pulled the system board, and didn't see any visible signs of problems on the system board. So he did some more digging. Here's a bump. Okay, so anyways, he did some more digging, and he turned his attention to the battery pack. And what he found was very disappointing. Evidently that second or whatever that it was pushed up against the turnstile, enough current flew through that it actually smoked a connector between the two halves of the lithium battery pack, which is not good, obviously. As Marty pointed out in the video, I'll link the video here. As Marty pointed out in the video, it's just another example of Gotway under engineering their products. There's no way that should be possible. That connector would burn through with the batteries. You know, again, imagine if that happened at speed, the dire consequences of that. So, of course, it makes me nervous because he has the exact same model I have. So, it's just Gotway. You just never learn, do you? You really don't learn. I didn't add any air to the tires because it felt like it was pretty well pressurized, but I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to see what the pressure is at. I'm not sure if I'm too low, possibly. Need to check it. Whoa, whoa. Just doing a little bit of maneuvering practice here. Certainly do tight turns on this. It just feels weird because you don't need to lean into it really. It just kind of turns on its own because the wheel diameter is so small. And I'm not going to try doing any backwards until I put a little bit of protection on here. I bought some door side moldings that I saw someone else suggest. I'm going to put on the lip of it to give it some protection, if possible. Yeah, it's weird, like instead of leaning into the turns, you're just kind of like taking your feet and just kind of pointing them, you know? Almost using your feet as a steering wheel. Looks sort of similar to Cindy's trailer, very similar actually. Doesn't have the cool windows in the one end, but it's pretty similar size-wise and design. I don't know, did I mention on camera yet that Cindy got? I don't think I did actually. Cindy did go ahead with her purchase of 26-foot RV, 26-foot Coleman RV. It's a 2605 RL. It's sitting in our backyard. We picked it up on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I had to go and get a 10,000 pound hitch installed in my Tacoma, which was much more expensive than I anticipated. But I was not actually the one to tow it to the house. We had the dealer did that for us. But at some point, I need to hook up the Tacoma to it and do some test towing. See how it goes. The Tacoma is rated for 6,800 pounds with the factory tow option installed, which I have. And the trailer's dry weight is like 5,600 pounds. So it's in the upper ends of what the Tacoma can handle, but it can handle it. So, but I need to get some practice with towing the vehicle, see how it feels, because I've never really towed anything that substantial. All right, I'm on lap 2 here. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, if you're wondering where Cindy is, she actually dropped me off. She's doing some grocery shopping while I go through this acclimation period on the Mten3. So I'm pretty much on my second lap here. You can tell I'm going faster, so I'm already feeling more in control than I was. So just like anything, the more you do it, the better you become at it. Actually, if I was to equate this with riding any of the other wheels that we have, this would be most similar to the Inmotion wheel, which is only a 14-inch wheel. Because that one also feels, when I'm come off riding one of my Gotways, my bigger Gotways, that also feels very twitchy to me. So this is like that, but more so, obviously. But I'm getting better at it. My feet are killing me, which is not unexpected. But I am getting better at controlling it, at least. Let's see how we do off-road. So one thing I have not figured out how to do yet is how to mount and dismount this cleanly. Because if you look down, you see how low it is and see how much gap there is to my calves, which are already bowed out somewhat. I can't brace my leg on it like I normally would to get on and off, so that is an awkward thing. I sort of have to kind of resort to my old hop on, hop off technique that I did when I was learning. And again, maybe I'll come up with a way to do this to get on and off here. I'll try to stop right now and you'll see what I mean. That's about as good as I can do. And getting on. Feels good to step off for a little bit with my feet. Oh boy. Unlike my other wheels where it's usually my left foot that hurts the most, this seems to be an equal opportunity foot pain producer. The arch of both feet hurt. Okay, so here we go. Trying to mount. Yeah. I'm on there okay. It's awkward. But again, with my body geometry, I don't know that that's ever going to get good on the M10. This is fun though. I'm definitely starting to appreciate the fun factor. Because the wheel diameter is so small, and I guess maybe because the pedals are so low to the ground, it just feel, I don't know, you can just really turn the thing and go very slow without a whole lot of difficulty. And I guess the thing is even if you do lose your balance, it's so small, it's a super quick correction and you're back on balance. So I'm starting to get it. Starting to get it. Yeah, look at that. See, I could never do that on another wheel. I'm anxious to have Katie try this, because she's so good. I bet she'll actually kind of love this when she gets the hang of it. And she loves doing tricks and stuff. I can see her doing all kinds of crazy stuff on this. Whoa, oh, there's my first scrape. Much more so than me. All right, I'm gonna try to go faster. Not 25 miles an hour, but faster. Probably 15. Yeah, I mean, this is the first wheel that, like, say I was approaching an intersection and I didn't feel like getting off the wheel, I can actually just do this. I can just do 360s. Never ever do that on another wheel. And once I get more comfortable, you know, you can also go backwards. You could do pendulums back and forth as well. It really is amazing how quickly your body adapts back on the boardwalk, and I feel 100% better than I did first time through. Much better. I can go ridiculously slow on this. I don't think any of my other wheels I would even think about attempting a U-turn in this boardwalk. I wouldn't even think about it. I just did that about half the width of the boardwalk. It's crazy. Just to give a perspective, I believe the tires on a Segway Mini Pro are also 10-inch diameter tires. Almost positive of that, so that's basically what you're riding on, except just one of them. I'm even kind of getting the way you slalom in this thing down. Much better. Alright, so Cindy's about done grocery shopping. I'm going to actually just ride the wheel all the way up to Walmart. It's probably about a mile away. Should not be a problem. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I can still, at speed like this, I can still, you know, feel the twitchiness, but I guess my body now can react to it accordingly and just compensate, and it doesn't make me feel like I'm on the edge of falling. So yeah, it's, I guess, you know, when you've been riding electric unicycles as much as I have, for as long as I have, the compensation period just does not take as long, or the adjustment period, I should say, does not take all that long. It is nice to be able to look down and get an idea of what your battery life is. That's kind of cool. At this point, my feet are totally numb though. I might have ridden, I don't know, 6-7 miles. I haven't looked at the Gotway app, but yeah, can't feel them at all, pretty much. Back out on Livingston Road, heading towards Walmart. Gonna make a right down here on Immokalee. Alright, so I've safely made it to Walmart, and that was quite an interesting ride, let me tell you. I would say the first 5 minutes, my mindset was like, hey, this kind of sucks. To be honest, it felt so squirrely and just weird under my feet. But then once I adjusted the pedal angle down a little bit and just gave it some time, it's really a fun wheel. So yeah, I can't wait to give it some more. Can't wait to give it some more testing. Hello, frog. Move. Move, move, move. There's a frog here. Give it some more testing, and I do now definitely see what Marty was talking about. Fun wheel. So look for more Mten3 adventures soon. Until next time, Gotway out.